Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Doon Kennedy Hobart Aquatic Centre. As you hear the clickety-clack of Stuart Parkinson's knitting needles there, as we've had some feedback from the viewers, Stu, that you look a bit bored on the couch, mate, and maybe you are better suited. I don't know, Dave. He seems to be struggling with
I think
those
he's a bit
knitting needles.
frustrated over there. His knit Pearl 2, I think he needs a few lessons. So if there's any mums or gentlemen who actually know how to knit, so they might have to come down and give him some lessons.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to profess to be a knitting expert, but I will make the bold statement that I am going to be by the end of this competition. So any mums that are going to be around the pool today, please come down and give me a few pointers, because I really need to master this quickly if I'm going to pump out this V-neck skivvy by the end of the comp.
Yeah, well, look, the rumour has it you're knitting a Kermit the Frog suit, mate, for the presentation party. Any truth in that?
Sure. I'm not sure how large I'm going to be able to make it, but hopefully someone will be able to fit into this thing.
Maybe just for Millie.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds good.
Okay, thanks for joining me on the couch again. On my right, I've got David Lambert.
Good to be here, Nick. Looking forward to today's play in day 3 of the Age World Championship here in Hobart.
Yeah, look, a massive day of hockey. We've got 28 games going on today. So I think first game starting at 9:30, last game's finishing up just before 9:30. So it's a full 12-hour stint, Stu.
Yeah, good times. We've got the extra couple of bottles of water just to keep us going in the commentary box, and hopefully we can get a few more guest speakers in there to make it a little bit more flavoursome for day 3 of the commentating on this awesome comp there, Nick.
Yeah, so look, the end of today, halfway through the round robin, that's where we really start to see the results in the ladders actually giving us an idea of what's going to happen at the end of this tournament. But just looking at the fixtures for today, Dave, for me it looks like a massive day for the under-23 women's division in terms of how these results play out. So I'm just going to run you through a couple of game numbers and games that people should tune in and check out today. So game 52, straight up this morning, South Africa versus Colombia, Stu.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. South Africa, really informed team this comp. Colombian under-23 women's, I'm pretty sure they're the defending world champions. So South Africa will be pretty keen to knock them off their perch, and I'm sure Colombia will be very keen to solidify their position high on the ladder as they proceed into the second round robin.
Yeah, I can see Coach Pipe over there wandering around. He looks pretty calm and collected. Him and Brent obviously competing against each other in the pool as athletes, so I'm interested to see how that coaching battle unfolds. But they're good mates, so I'm pretty sure they'll be patting each other on the back at the end of the game regardless of that result. And then game 54, the New Zealand under-23 girls against the French under-23 girls, Dave.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see the French bounce back after their disappointing result against GB. They were up in the first half, and then GB just got the better of them and came home with the goods. So hopefully we'll see that. New Zealand showed a dominant display of hockey yesterday, so we'll see how they fare against maybe a bit of stronger team today.
Yeah, and once again, it's a battle of the competitors, So we've got Sarah Cuvier coaching the French team and Emma Ray coaching the New Zealand team. Both played against each other in the Elite Ladies division. And also I think it's probably a battle of the structures, in the French playing that quite a tight and very strict structure, and the New Zealand girls obviously the same, Stu.
Yeah, they're both very disciplined team game plans. You can see that play out in the water. It's going to be very interesting to see which one of these two teams that are quite tightly matched comes out on top. Both really good swimming of the puck, good strong lines, good recycle, good discipline within the structure. So it'll be one to watch for sure.
And then later in the afternoon, women's 23, we've got the Great Britain versus New Zealand game. GB obviously on a bit of a high after that win against the French yesterday. And then game number 70 this afternoon, the Australian girls up against the Colombian girls. So Australian girls having a bit of a tough start, so that's going to be a big ask of them up against the world champions there, Stu.
Yeah, it will be, and I'm sure those girls will be keen to prove themselves in that game against the Colombian ladies. But look, I'm sure the Colombian ladies aren't going to give them anything for free, so if they want it, they're just going to have to get in there and seize it.
And then flicking over to the men's under-19 division, Dave, game number 62, we've got France versus Colombia in there. French obviously off to a cracking start. Paul Barrow, their coach, having a few infringement issues, but the Colombians probably starting a bit slower than they would have liked so far.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the temperature or that's just their strategy just to pace themselves through it. But, gee, the French don't all their teams look pretty fit and really prepared, well drilled in their recycling and their positioning off the puck and on free pucks. They have a strong defense. I'm really impressed with the work they've been doing. But, we all know that the French have a really good structure and they're well supported in back home in France.
Yeah. Viva la France. Allez, 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 I think.
That was the most posted on there yesterday. Allez, allez.
Yeah, between allez and vamos, I'm good. If I ever need to go anywhere in any of these countries, as long as I read the chat, I'll be ready. So then flicking to the women's 19 division, this afternoon we've got another rematch from what we had yesterday afternoon, being a double round robin and to structure the games to make it fair for the teams in terms of which days they played 3 games a day. The way it's worked out is the Aussie under-19 girls are back up against the South African under-19 girls tonight against you.
Yeah, it's going to be another good game. South Africans, as we spoke about yesterday, they love that free-flowing game. They love swimming much more straighter lines than the Australian ladies, so it's going to be interesting to see whether or not the straight free-flowing game dominates the sort of more lateral swimming game. So, I'm sure either team could come out on top, and a game one to watch for those around the world.
Yeah, no, that should be an interesting one tonight. I think 1 goal just separating them last night. Then we switch across to the men's 23 division, Dave, and game number 58, France versus GB.
Yeah, across the ditch rival, sort of similar to what we have here in Australia with New Zealand, the French, French and GB game. Look forward to seeing that. The GB team has surprised a lot of teams here, and let's see what they can do against the French. And looks like all the teams around here warming up for the first game there, Nick.
Yeah, it's all happening here. So there's one more game I want to look at here, and Stu touched on it yesterday and how much of a side it is around the pool. But we've got Matt Hart's dad bod versus Loic from France's dad bod in the men's under-23 division there with New Zealand against France.
Yeah, it's going to be a good dad bod competition. I mean, both of those guys are sporting some really good background training bringing into this competition. Interesting enough, Matty's sort of been seen sporting the kind of 12-year-old board shorts to sort of complement the dad bod.
They go really nicely with those little blue fins that he's rocking. I think it's a good colour combo.
They do. And the dad bod with the skinny legs, he's quite a tall guy, so he's probably got maybe his nose in front of Loic at the moment, but it's going to be interesting to see what Loic can bring to the party. Maybe he's found a bit of a croissant shop or something like that in Hobart, and maybe he has just sort of picked his game up a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out today.
Yeah, no, look, both great guys. Played against both of them, and both fierce competitors, and I think that'll be a really interesting game. The New Zealand players really with their heads up at the moment, playing really good, calm, confident hockey, and the French guys, obviously their structures are working pretty well from the moment. Really tight game against Turkey yesterday, or the day before, as a 2-1, and they're progressing really nicely in this tournament. So, look, good luck in the commentary booth today, guys. Thanks for all your effort and the volunteer time. You both were at the pool for 12, 13 hours yesterday, and today's going to be another big one, so thanks for your efforts, Stu.
No worries, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And Dave, thanks for your effort down the pool today, and we'll hear you on the mic.
Yeah, looking forward to it again, calling the games, and and here's for another good one. Thanks for organising this, Nick. Good one.
No worries. Enjoy the stream. If you've got any feedback, as always, let us know. And if you want to go to the GoFundMe page, jump on there. We've had a lot of requests for shout-outs. Steve Cars, thanks for all your support and information. And we look forward to seeing you this evening for a debrief.
Cheers, guys.